Hey folks, it's Spencer. Happy Monday. We're going to do a new segment today called Pop Goes Pop Culture. So what I wanted to do is highlight some awesome things that have happened in pop culture in the last little bit. For those that maybe don't know this about me, I'm obsessed with pop culture. Since I was a kid, I've loved movies, I've loved music, I've loved TV, and I love what it does for me. It sparks an emotion and helps me learn and grow. And as you saw in a previous video, one of my first ones, I talked about how superheroes were so important to me because they made me realize that obstacles can be overcome even when things are difficult. So I want to talk about a whole slew of things today. So we're just going to get right to it. Let's talk about new music. We had some awesome new music come out recently. So as many of you know, I'm really grateful that I get to call Demi Lovato one of my good friends, and she has a new song called No Promises with Cheat Codes. It's Cheat Codes featuring Demi Lovato. And one of the things that I love about when people do collabs is then you get to learn about other artists as well. So I don't know the rules about playing music, because I want to make sure that everybody gets paid and all the things. I think that's really important. But I just want to give you like a 2-second snippet of the song because I think it's so good and I can't stop listening to it. So good. And Demi, I'm so proud of you. With every new album, your voice just matures and gets better and better. So well done. I'm so excited for more music coming from you. I'm just trying to pull up some other new music here. So the next one is my buddies from DNCE, Joe and the entire band. They just dropped a new song on Friday called Kissing Strangers with Nicki Minaj. I have literally listened to it all weekend. I listen to it when I wake up. I listened to it just before I started to record this video. It is amazing. And so I also want to just play you a quick snippet. Yeah. Again, I'm so proud of Joe and his band. Joe really has branched out, and he's really showing his fun side with all of their songs, and specifically this new one. So I'm really excited for that one. Also, I have to mention my good friend Nelly Furtado. She dropped a new album just at the end of March, and I haven't had a chance to talk about it yet, called The Ride. And I'm so enamored by this album. It's so honest and a little bit sad, but also got some really upbeat songs. And I don't know if you've been watching any of her performances on all the late shows, but she just seems happy and free and really enjoying music again. So I'm going to play you the beginning of one of my favorite songs called Flatline. It's just so good. Obviously, it's like a flat line. But we're going to skip to the chorus. I like it that it's a little bit dark, you know? Here's the chorus. I don't feel nothing at all. I don't feel. So good. So good. So that's what I'm listening to lately. I also recently got Kendrick Lamar's album, and I haven't had a chance to fully listen to it yet. So when I do, I'll get back to you on that. But I heard it's really amazing. So that's next on my list. Also, movie trailers. Some amazing movie trailers came out recently. So let's talk about those. The first one is this one that I just recently saw. It's not new trailer, but for me it was new. Called 3 Generations with Naomi Watts, Elle Fanning, and Susan Sarandon. And it's about a single mother and daughter, and the daughter is transgender, and she wants to transition into being a boy. And Susan Sarandon plays the mom, and it's just really lovely and really heartwarming. And I think it's a really important issue that we talk about and that we look at more in the world lately. So I'm really excited about that. It looks really heartfelt, looks really funny. So that's exciting. Also, the new trailer for Thor came out. Oh my gosh. Not only does it look amazing, but Cate Blanchett plays the villain, and she looks fierce as F. Oh my god, she looks amazing. And then also Jeff Goldblum's in it, which that's like a random but kind of fun cameo as well. And then this is a bit of a spoiler, but it's the trailer, so it's not like I'm giving the movie away. At the end, Thor like cuts his hair and has to go in this big arena and he's gonna fight some sort of big animal. And they open the gate, and the big animal is the Hulk. One of my favorite scenes in the Avengers movie, the first one, is where the Hulk punches Thor in the head in Grand Central Station. It's one of my favorites. So the gate opens and the Hulk comes running out, and Thor literally screams, "Yes!" And then everybody in the crowd stops, and he looks at Jeff Goldblum. I don't know what his role is yet. I haven't done a bunch of research, but he literally looks at him and says, "We know each other from work." I think it looks so funny. So I'm really excited for that. And last but most definitely not least, the new Star Wars trailer came out, The Last Jedi. Oh my God, my nipples were hard and I had goosebumps the entire time. Now, they didn't give too much away, but they alluded to quite a few things, and we saw some familiar faces that we saw from The Force Awakens. So I'm really excited for that, and specifically at the end, when they mention it's time for The Last Jedi. Like, what does that mean? Where are they going? Is it over? Are we done? Like, I don't know. So I'm really excited. If you haven't had a chance, check all of those out. I'll put the links in the info below so you can click on them. I would love to show you them, but like, I don't know what the rules are. So now, while we're on movies, I went over the weekend to the movies with my friend Dan. And we saw the movie Life. I'm a bit behind. This one's been out for a while, but it's Jake Gyllenhaal, Ryan Reynolds, and a whole slew of other incredible actors. And it's about these folks that are International Space Station that intercept, basically this capsule that is sent to Mars to bring back life. It was so scary. By the end, my friend Dan and I at one point literally held each other because it was so creepy, and the organism in it is so creepy. I'm not going to give much away, but needless to say, I was walking in the parking garage to my car afterwards because my friend Dan and I were debriefing as we were leaving the theater, and he was like, "I'm not going to be able to sleep for a month," and I was like, "Oh, it's fine. Like, it's not really real life to me, so I like the idea of fantasy, but it's not real." And then as I was walking in the parking lot, there was this like black fuzz that was on the ground that moved sort of the way the alien did, and I like jumped and ran to my car. So let's move on to, I'm gonna hit video games. Because I finally got the Nintendo Switch. I've literally been searching for a month. I searched all over New York. I've searched on almost every city that we've gone to during the We Day tour, and when I came back to Toronto, I finally got one. It's so much fun, and I'm so excited to bring it on the road. And the game that I'm really loving right now is the Lego game called City Undercover, because I like adventure games where there's a story and there's like chapters and there's a clear end goal. Legend of Zelda is awesome, but and I've played it and I like it, but it's too non-structured for me. I need a bit more structure. So I'm loving it. It's so fun. You get to like drive all these cars, and there's all these missions, and there's a story, but then at the end you can like unlock the entire city. And they've literally built an entire Lego city that you just explore. So if you're a Nintendo fan, I highly recommend it. Okay, a few others before we call it a day. Netflix. Okay, Riverdale. I'm not going to give any spoilers away for Riverdale, but have you seen the new episode? It was really good. And Molly Ringwald. I'm not going to say who she is or what part she plays, because I don't want to be that guy that gives you spoilers. However, I'm so excited that she's probably going to be in the show more. I love her, and I've missed her. For those that are younger, she was in some of my favorite movies of all time. 16 Candles, Pretty in Pink, For Keeps, which I don't think a lot of people know, but For Keeps is this great one with Molly Ringwald, and she plays a young woman who gets pregnant and then has to deal with that. Anyway, catch up on Riverdale if you haven't. Lots of drama. Also, The Get Down. I haven't watched it yet, but season 2 is out, so I'm really excited to get to season 2 because I loved season 1, and Jaden Smith is phenomenal in it, and so are so many other people. Podcasts. I don't know how into podcasts you guys are, but I'm obsessed with podcasts. I just finished S-Town, which is in collaboration of like American Life and Serial. Really interesting about this southern town in Alabama, and the guy goes to investigate a murder based on an email that he gets from this other guy named John B. McLemore, and the story takes a completely different turn. I highly recommend it. It's not, for those of you that are Serial fans, it's not like a huge murder mystery because it takes a different turn than you think it will, but it was still really fascinating to listen to. So I highly recommend that. And I just started listening to, thanks to my friend Jess. She recommended Missing Richard Simmons. For those of you that are probably younger, Richard Simmons was a TV personality growing up, and even today he still was for a while, and he was known for exercise, and he had this great tape called Sweatin' for the Oldies, and he always wears these tiny short shorts and these little tank tops, and he's like so full of energy, and it's sometimes he can be a little overwhelming even through the TV. So it's about him because 3 years ago he just disappeared, literally disappeared. No one has seen him. He's locked in his house in Beverly Hills, and he used to teach this aerobics class, and he just didn't show up one day. And he won't do any interviews, and he won't talk to anybody. So there's a guy doing a podcast about trying to figure out what happened to Richard Simmons, and I think it's really fascinating. And last but not least, I want to talk about apps. The app that I'm obsessed with lately is Foodora. And Foodora is like Uber Eats and like some of those other ones, but it's like bike messenger food, and you can order off the app and then they deliver it to your house. I'm obsessed. I probably spend way too much, and I probably should go outside more. But when I'm only home for a couple days throughout the week, sometimes that's it. It's nice to just have nice, healthy, semi-healthy, I did have a burger today, food delivered to my house. So those are the things that are happening in pop culture this past week. Let me know of the things that you guys are obsessed about, and comment below. I'd love to read them, and I want to get back to reading more comments. So I hope you enjoyed this week's segment of Pop Goes Pop Culture. I failed. Let's try that again. There we go. Pop Goes Pop Culture. As always, you're my new best friend. Call me every 5 minutes. Bye. Still can't. Stupid.